What does it mean to you if we see this consolidation, especially on the studios?
Well, I think it's inevitable, and I think, in fact, the way the movie business has gone is towards more and more blockbusters. And the middle companies are going to compete with the streaming companies, companies like Lionsgate, and I wouldn't be surprised to see some of them get sold as the streaming companies pick up more of that service. I think on the high end, you're definitely going to see Netflix and Amazon and Hulu and Apple go towards creating big blockbuster content. And I think inevitably the merger of Fox with Disney or Comcast will also lead to more blockbusters. In the last several years, blockbusters were only about 25% of the box office 3 years ago.
Surprising.
And now they're 35% of the box office. So I think Time Warner had it right,
yeah.
and I think Rupert had it right, is you kind of have to go big to compete.
You mentioned those new media companies, streaming companies going big to compete. Do you think the Netflix of this world would want their films, their exclusive movies to come to your theaters ever before they go onto their platforms, or not?
Yeah, there's no question they will, in my mind. And in fact, we tried an experiment with Netflix a few years ago about day and date, which really didn't work because the exhibition community wants some kind of windowing or holdback. And in the blockbuster world, holdback is an essential part of it, because look at Avengers. There's going to be merchandising, sequels, theme park rides. And I think the Netflix model is likely to change in the long run. Amazon respects windowing, as does Hulu, and we'll see about Apple. But I think there's no question they're all going to provide blockbuster content, and I think in a windowed way.
Rich, you have some 40%, I think, of your theaters are in China. Are you concerned by the escalating trade disputes?
Obviously, no one likes to see that. On the other hand, we're a Canadian company. Our Chinese theaters are all owned they're on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, and they're a public company there. So I don't really think it's going to have an impact. There's been some question as, do the Chinese retaliate against Hollywood movies in some way? But from our word on the ground, because the Chinese consumers love these movies, I don't really think that's going to happen. It's not a concern to mine.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.